We are going to teach Molly, as well as your dog, how to shake. First, get some really stinky treats your dog really likes. Molly likes hot dogs. Then, put a hot dog in 2 pieces in your hand, fisted. Put it on the ground, and as soon as the dog hits with either paw, doesn't matter, you're going to mark the behavior by saying yes, and then open your hand for the reward. Yes! As soon as she gives me a little tap or even a motion towards it, I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to open my hand and let her have the prize. So we'll do that again. Yes! Didn't even get to the ground yet. Slowly you're going to inch your way up with that fist of treats in your hand. Once your dog gets it really well, you're going to start cupping your hand like a C. Yes! And then the treats are going to come from another place. I haven't added the cue word yet because I'm not sure she's really good at it. Once she's doing that reliably, every time I offer my hand in the place I've been doing it, then I'm going to start giving it a word. So shake or paw. So we'll try it with Molly and see how far she is. Shake. Whoops, almost. And an almost treat. Ready? Shake. Yes! Good girl. So as I present my hand, I'm going to say the cue word shake. When I'm pretty confident, I would bet $100 that she's going to put her paw on my hand. And then the treat will come from my other hand, rewarding her for that behavior. Give it a try. See what you think. We're going to teach Curly and you how you can teach your dog to bow. First, what we're going to do is we're going to get her clicker out for this, especially if your dog already knows how to down, because Curly's really good at it. We worked really hard on it. Because I really want to mark the very specific behavior. Curly. I really want to mark the specific behavior of him just bending his elbows slightly, since he already knows down. I'm going to have a lure in my hand, so I've got a treat, and I like to face it up, and then I just kind of aim like I'm going down between his legs. Good boy. I'm going to click as soon as I get the elbow bend, because I know with him he's going to try to down. Good boy. And then I'm paying him. Good boy. Yes, good job. What I can also do, because he keeps putting his butt down, is I can toss the treat after I click. So he has to go find it. That's part of the game as well. Go get it. Good boy. That way he's not practicing the down every single time. Whoops, I gave you a freebie. Yes, good boy. Once your dog's doing it very reliably, yes, good boy, you can actually add the cue word like ta-da, bow, curtsy, whatever you'd like. Good boy. And he doesn't know it well enough to just do it on his own. Yay! And so I held it there because I really wanted him to bend his elbows a little bit more. So I'm upping his criteria. It's kind of twisted there. Yay! Look at it. So that's what you can do. Just build it up slowly. It's something that's challenging if your dog already knows down because they think, oh, I'm in a down. And then eventually you want to stand up and you want to try it again. And then you can make it look like you're both bowing together. Good job, Curly. Alright, so now we're going to show you as if Curly knew how to do it a little stronger than he actually does. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it from a standing position because that's eventually what I want it to look like. So I'm going to lure him up into a stand. Good boy. And then I'm going to aim for the middle. Good boy. And as soon as I get a bend, I'm not pushing him. I'm simply just luring him and he's choosing to bend his elbows. I'm going to click and treat. So that way I'm bending and he's bending, and then our cue could be just me bending over. Good boy. Or I could cross my legs if that was what I wanted to do. So I'm just pairing it all together so we look like an in-sync team. Yes, good boy! We're going to teach Frankie how to do a figure 8, to weave between my legs. This is something that's going to take a while and it's going to take some patience on your part. So give it time. Give them time to learn it and have fun with it. All right, Frankie's ready. So first I'm going to stand with my legs apart. And depending on your size dog, you'll have to adjust based on your dog and your dog's needs. Know that this could be scary to some dogs, so that's why patience is involved. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to treat in each hand, and my back hand is the one that's going to pay him. So I'm going to give him a little fake lure up front, and then I'm going to show him the one in the back and always bring him to the front. Good boy. Do the same thing. Now my left hand has the lure, the actual lure. This is a fake one in the front. Woo! Good boy. Bring him to the front. I'm going to try again. That can has the actual food. Good boy. And I'm going to lure him front. Good job, Frankie. Giving him a lot of positive feedback because this is a big deal for a little guy. So fake lure in the front, real one in the back. Pay him when he comes forward. So again, I'm just going to lure him slowly. He's got to figure the game out. Good boy. And as soon as he comes forward, he's getting what's in my hand. So through, good boy. Good boy, yay! And if you can keep going, that's what's easiest, because then they don't get lost in the game. And then you can wiggle your hand so that it makes it more interesting. Use something really high value that the dog likes. Good boy, Frankie. And then once they get it, again, it's going to take a while for them to understand what you're doing. Then you can add a word, like Frankie, like weave or through, whatever you want. And I like to start with my figure eights stationary, and then once my dog's really good at it, where I can just lean into it and have them go through my legs, then I'll start walking. I'll start putting one leg, and then I'll start luring them that way. So let me show you an example. So this is kind of advanced for Frankie, but we're going to do it as a demo. So I'm going to stand with my legs apart again, but one in front of the other. I'm going to bring Frankie up with my little fake lure. And then through with the other. Good boy. Always bringing him to the front. So I'll start with one leg primarily. Fake lure front. On my right hand side, I'm paying him and bringing him to the front. So do it again. Yay! Good boy. And then I progressively work to the next leg. He's like, I'm confused. So I'm going to make him interested in this hand. And then lure him with the one around my knee. Good boy. Good boy. Do that a couple times. So that would be my next step. Once he got my figure eight in a V first before I start splicing it on him. Good job, Frankie. So we're going to teach Curly and your dog how to hold an object. To start out, you're going to need something that your dog already likes to put their mouth on. Curly likes bully sticks, so we're going to use a bully stick today. You start with something your dog really likes before moving on to something more challenging, like holding a bucket or getting your keys, things like that. So you want to make it really easy for them, make them successful. And then I'm also going to have my clicker handy, so that way as soon as he starts getting the idea of putting his mouth on it, I'm going to click and reward him for that behavior. I'm going to break it down in little bits for him, because this is something he doesn't know. So I'm going to take the item, which is his bully stick, and I'm going to present it to him. If he has any interest in it, I'm going to click and then I'm going to pay him. So once he started nuzzling it, I'm going to click and pay. So you're going to set your own criteria. Mine is just to nuzzle it. Good. And I'm waiting for him to actually open his mouth so he doesn't think it's a touch. And then I'm going to click and treat every time he does that. Let him figure it out. And again, he hasn't done this before. Try the other end. And like there, he didn't get it. It could have been that end was a little different for him. Good boy. And if he does a really good job, I'm going to give him a jackpot and give him a whole bunch of treats. And if they don't get it, then take your item away and then represent it. Make it different. Good boy. Just don't click what you don't want. Like, I don't want that paw touch. Good boy. He's just trying to figure it out, which is great. I want him to figure out this game. Boy. As soon as, I'm a little quicker, as soon as he opens his mouth and doesn't put his paw on it, I'm going to click. I just don't want the target. Come here. Good boy. And I don't care really what position he's in. I just want him to put his mouth on it. And I can set higher criteria later. Oops, there's one that dropped. Good job, buddy. All right. So now I'm going to try just for a little bit more. I'm going to up my criteria a little fast here. So that was a quick one. And I'm fumbling. Here we go. Ready? So he's really good boy. He's like, give me that bully stick. You want some treats? Curly. He'd rather chew on the bully stick than have treats. Get it, Frank. Get it. Yeah. He's like, I'm going to take this. All right, we'll try it one more time. Good, and then he held it, and I'm going to toss him some treats for taking it. He's like, I'm just going to hold this item. So you're just going to gradually up your criteria. Good job, buddy. for them to hold it, not to run away with it like Curly did. I just have to hold on to it more. So I'm going to present it. Good boy. Oh, and he stole it from me. Good boy. Here you go. Oh, good. And then you're just going to keep progressing. Once it's to a point that you think they're going to do it reliably and hold on to it for whatever length of time you want them to, then you're going to add the cue word. So it could be hold, whatever you want, doesn't matter. They don't know English, but don't put the cue word on until they really have the idea. And if they have a bully stick as their hold object, the biggest reward obviously is to